Here at Rockwell Automation's world headquarters, research has been proceeding to develop a line of automation products that establishes new standards for quality, technological leadership, and operating excellence. With customer success as our primary focus, work has been proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of an instrument that would not only provide inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal gram meters. Such an instrument, comprised of Dodge gears and bearings, Reliance electric motors, Allen Bradley controls, and all monitored by Rockwell software, is Rockwell Automation's retroencabulator. Now basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of power being generated by the relative motion of conductors and fluxes, it's produced by the modial interaction of magneto-reluctance and capacitive diractance. The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with a panametric fam. The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. The main winding was of the normal Lotus O deltoid type placed in panendermic semi-boloid slots of the stator. Every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible Tremie pipe to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the gram meters. Moreover, whenever fluorescent score motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with a drawn reciprocation dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal depleneration. The retroencabulator has now reached a high level of development, and it's being successfully used in the operation of Milford trunnions. It's available soon wherever Rockwell Automation products are sold.
Okay, admit it. That is sometimes what you think of when people start talking about technology in the workplace. Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Steve Skobel. I live in Northern Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C. I'm an adult nurse practitioner, and for the better part of the past 2 decades, my practice has been hospice, palliative care, and pain management. The purpose of this presentation is to provide you with a basic overview and some perspective on what human-technology interface is really all about. In its simplest form, Human-Technology Interface, or HTI, describes how we as users interact with the technology that's all around us. As you may have noticed, technology is all around us. Technology is computers, yes, but it's also the traffic signal at the intersection. HTI describes the button that we press to request a light change so that we can cross the street. The interface between us and our technology has changed in substantial ways over time. As an example, let's look at the computer. In 1949, the magazine Popular Mechanics predicted that someday computers might weigh no more than 1.5 tons. In 1968, engineers at IBM questioned about the microchip, but what is it good for? In 1977, Ken Olsen, the founder of Digital Equipment, was quoted as saying that there is no reason anyone would want a computer in their home. In 1981, Bill Gates was quoted as saying, "Who in their right mind would ever need more than 640K of RAM?" We have clearly come a very long way. We used to interact with our computers using punch cards. Now we have keyboards and mice, not that kind, and touch screens. Voice-activated systems are also becoming more popular. There are now scientists working on virtual reality systems, computers that read your thoughts. You think it, they do it. It doesn't seem that long ago that these types of systems were science fiction. Now they are science. This week I've suggested a number of articles that look at futuristic projects using technology, and some looking at the history of HTI and where we stand right now. To illustrate the point I made a few moments ago about how technology is all around us, I'd like to describe a scenario and some of the technology that you and I use without thinking about it on a daily basis. Many of you work clinically as I do. I wonder, though, how many of you consider your interactions with technology and your patient's interactions with technology in your office, and not just your clinical interactions with your patients. Think about a patient, let's say a 50-year-old forklift operator who presents to your office with a complaint of neck pain. He might have found you by searching the internet and was able to make his appointment online. He might arrive late because of traffic or because your building elevator was out of service. You may be using a tablet PC check-in system in your office, which may decrease his wait time in the reception area, though he seems to like the LCD television you've installed there. He might tell your receptionist that he was unable to get to the cash machine before the appointment because of the traffic jam. Your receptionist can tell him about the cash machine that was just installed in the lobby and the fact that you're equipped with an electronic credit card and debit card system so that he could pay his copay. The patient accompanies your medical technician back to the exam room and obtains his weight on your digital scale and vital signs with your automated cuff and digital temporal thermometer. You examine your new patient and you sign into your computer using a biometric fingerprint scanner. You have voice recognition software to dictate the findings. Your electronic medical record checks for medication errors and transmits the prescriptions right to the pharmacy. If you consider prescribing an opioid, you can even check the state prescription monitoring database electronically. There are many other examples: the cars we drive, the thermostat on the wall, the radio in the office, and the microwave in the break room. We are exposed to many different types of systems during the course of a workday. Clearly, not all practices use all of these technologies. Some groups use more, some just different technology, like electrocardiography, glucometers, or colonoscopy. Certainly, technology can be difficult at times, but the point is that it's important for us to be aware of the technology around us and embrace it. No, not like that. Yes, like that. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that this program was valuable in helping you see how ubiquitous technology is in our everyday practices. I would like to close by offering an entertaining look at some familiar technology. While you watch this video, please consider the words of a Western Union internal memo from 1876, which opined that the telephone has too many shortcomings to be seriously considered as a means of communication.
And now the end is near. I'm sick to death of this old cell phone. Bad sound, the signal's weak, the software stinks, a made-in-hell phone. I've heard there's something new, a million times more rad than my phone. I too will join the cult. I want an iPhone. Concerns, I have a few. It's got some flaws, we may just face it. No keys, no memory card, the battery's sealed, you can't replace it. But God, this thing is sweet, a multi-touch iPod Wi-Fi phone. You had me from hello, I want an
I want to touch its precious screen.
I want to wipe its smudges clean.
I want my friends to look and drool. I want to say, look now I'm cool. I stood in line and I'll get mine.
I'll get an iPhone.
if not iPhone, then he's got Squat. It's all